Data is absolutely the lifeblood of artificial intelligence. But let's be real, raw data, it's almost never ready for prime time. Welcome to this explainer, where we're breaking down the official Cisco AI Technical Practitioner exam, specifically focusing on the critical data research and analysis domain. The industry is seeing this massive surge in demand for AI skills right now, but there's a severe bottleneck. Organizations have the shiny new tools, sure, but they have absolutely no idea how to prep their data to actually feed those tools. So if you're looking to prove your skills in this rapidly evolving landscape, understanding how to strategically handle data from start to finish is absolutely paramount. Let's dive in. So we're unpacking the official blueprint for the 60-minute Cisco AI Tech 810-110 certification exam. Cisco actually created this specific certification to address a huge gap in the industry. Think about it. Right now, there are plenty of people who understand AI theory, but very few who know how to practically implement it. This cert tests a practitioner's ability to actually integrate AI into real-world workflows. It covers the whole shebang from generative AI models to agentic AI, but today we're zeroing in on a very specific, totally foundational piece of that puzzle. Now, what's super interesting about this is that this single domain, data research and analysis, makes up a solid 10% of your total exam success. And while that might look like a kind of small slice compared to things like prompt engineering, do not underestimate it. This 10% is effectively the engine room of any AI project. It represents that crucial ability to take messy, real-world information and prep it so those incredibly powerful AI models actually have something useful and accurate to work with. Honestly, without this 10%, the other 90% simply cannot function. Okay, here's our agenda for today. We're going to cover 1. The blueprint context, 2. Sparking ideas and drafting, 3. Exploratory data analysis explained, 4. Automating messy data prep, and 5. Ethics and data privacy. Starting off with Section 1, the blueprint context. This domain is foundational for any AI practitioner, really ensuring you know how to leverage AI to transform raw information into usable intelligence. The Cisco exam wants to know that you aren't just theoretical. You need to intimately understand applied AI data tasks. I mean, think about how many companies have these massive, abstract AI goals right now, but completely lack the internal talent to actually wrangle the data to make those goals happen. You need to be the person who bridges that gap. You're essentially the architect who takes an abstract business idea and translates it into a concrete, actionable data set that an enterprise AI can actually process. Moving on to Section 2, sparking ideas and drafting. Before you even have a clean data set to analyze, AI serves as an incredibly powerful tool for kicking off your entire workflow. We've all been there, right? Staring at a blank screen, just wasting precious hours trying to frame a data problem or figure out where to begin. Well, the Cisco Blueprint recognizes that in a modern workflow, AI is your very first collaborator. It's the ultimate cure for the blank page, acting as your high-speed brainstorming partner to get your analysis off the ground instantly. Objective 4.4 on the exam specifically requires you to describe techniques for using AI to accelerate research, generate ideation, and draft initial content. Basically, you need to know how to prompt an AI to gather preliminary info, brainstorm different angles, and draft those initial outlines. Imagine, for example, prompting an AI to instantly generate 5 different statistical approaches for analyzing a new batch of customer churn data. That's the true power of ideation generation. It's all about using AI to rapidly accelerate the very first stages of your research pipeline, getting you from zero to a solid starting concept in seconds. Let's look at Section 3, Exploratory Data Analysis Explained. Now, understanding Objective 4.1 is absolutely vital. It asks you to explain AI's specific role in exploratory data analysis, or EDA. And EDA is exactly what it sounds like, exploring and interrogating your data before you formalize your models. You need to understand how AI can quickly scan massive, multi-gigabyte datasets to point out initial patterns you might have totally missed, flag weird anomalies, and summarize insights. For instance, say there's a massive spike in e-commerce traffic originating from a single obscure IP address. A human eye would just skim right over that in a spreadsheet of a million rows, but an AI, it instantly flags it as a critical anomaly. AI doesn't replace the analyst here. It just gives you a massive flashlight to see into the deepest corners of the data. Section 4, Automating Messy Data Prep. Okay, Objective 4.2 breaks automated data preparation into 4 exact sequential tasks that you absolutely must know for the exam: quality checks, formatting, transformation, and cleaning. Look, data professionals universally loathe manual data cleaning, so automating this is a total game changer. First, AI runs automated quality checks to ensure data integrity. Then it handles formatting, which means effortlessly standardizing tricky things like European versus US date formats across global sources. Next is transformation, which is restructuring that newly formatted data into a unified schema. And finally, cleaning, meaning it automatically strips out duplicates or intelligently fills in missing values without you having to lift a finger. By automating these incredibly repetitive, messy preparation tasks, AI frees you up to focus on high-level strategic analysis. As I like to say, it's like AI is doing all the tedious chopping, so you can actually focus on the recipe. While the AI is out there standardizing dates and removing duplicate rows, you are analyzing what the data actually means for the business. You're building the overarching strategy and preparing to interpret the results for stakeholders. The Cisco exam really wants to ensure you know how to deploy AI to handle that heavy lifting, making your whole workflow drastically more efficient. And finally, Section 5, Ethics and Data Privacy. As a practitioner, you have to constantly manage a critical tension for Objective 4.3. You're balancing the massive benefits and incredible speed of AI-assisted analysis against the severe risk of exposing private corporate data. You've got this unparalleled analytical speed available on one side, sure, but if you carelessly dump proprietary company spreadsheets or unhashed customer records into a public AI model just to clean it faster, you have instantly created a massive security and privacy breach. So the blueprint mandates a deep understanding of ethical considerations and the strict controls necessary to prevent accidental data leaks. You have to know exactly how to implement robust privacy controls. We're talking techniques like data anonymization, knowing exactly when to utilize secure cloud-hosted models versus offline models for sensitive data, and ensuring strict corporate compliance. Because failing at this step doesn't just mean failing the Cisco exam. In the real world, it means potentially triggering massive compliance violations, facing catastrophic GDPR or CCPA fines, and completely losing your customers' trust. So as we wrap up this explainer on the Cisco AITECH data domain, I want you to look at your own corporate workflows and ask yourself this critical question. Your AI is preparing your data, but who is protecting your privacy? Mastering data research and analysis isn't just about speed and efficiency, it's fundamentally about responsibility. Understanding ideation, mastering EDA, automating your data prep, and locking down your privacy controls, that's exactly what will make you a certified practitioner. But protecting your users and your organization's data, that is what makes you an essential one.